Alabama, now in his 4th season here in the NFL, it's Bryce Young.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's quick score to be...
Oh, and the pressure is there. They're going to get to him on their very first snap. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense down behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that.
He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down. Second time on this opening series. And now it is 4th and 17.
They may not have been the first defense to hit the field today, but certainly they wasted no time making their presence felt. Couple sacks in just the first few plays here, and they'll add more to it if this offense doesn't start to figure out their protection.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Vikings sending that offense back out, and there you see their coordinator, Wes Phillips. He's celebrating a half-decade now as OC with the Vikings. Now 2 decades as a coach in this league. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Baker now off the play fake. Caught for a moment, but the hit knocks that out. Incomplete. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Baker. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Complete to Adonai Mitchell. 1st and goal, Minnesota.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Baker. Chased out to his right. Bought some time, a look opened up, and he nails it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kayshon Boutte, a 6-yard score. Reichard on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. It's a 14-0 game here early.
Giants nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Xavier Gipson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Giants and offensive coordinator Matt Nagy sending their group back out to the field. And as they do, let's talk about Matt. First year with the Giants as OC, but far from his first in that role here in the NFL. Same role in Kansas City the last 3 seasons, and before that, he was the head man of the Chicago Bears. And it's incomplete. Started as a catch, but the hit forced it free before he could secure it. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Throwing on 2nd, Young. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw, Young. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Johnson waiting on it. He's got this at the 27. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
The Vikings take over.
We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. First play of the drive, a run by Swift. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Completed left side to Samuel. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete out to the right. And he's got him the first down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Our score, 14-0. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. That's going to be a Minnesota first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
In the pistol, they're going to run with Marks. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw Fields. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Fields throwing here. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
That's quarterback's living nightmare and a defender's dream right there. Not just to get the sack and get home, the sack fumble, that's what these defenders live for.
Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. That's Pete Werner. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Here's Locke to the air. On him again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, man, this is ridiculous. They got to him again. A 3rd consecutive sack. The defense totally dominating this drive, Brock. That brings up 4th down. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. As the Vikings go back on offense, there is a look at the defensive coordinator of the Giants, Denard Wilson. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. He's in his first year in this role with the G-Men, 3rd straight in the role in the NFL, after he spent the last 2 seasons in Tennessee with the Titans. Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
Sending Mark straight ahead. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
Down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Fields looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
the middle. It's Marks. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
The ball carrier.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota.
The ball carrier. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And lead now 21.
Giants nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score. Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. A.J. Cole on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. The Vikings sending their offense, and Woody Marks out there. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. Here's Fields on first. And he's been good since entering this game. 4 for 5 now passing. Passing quick here with the pass rush. Fast enough to match it. On him in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. That brings up second down.
Will Johnson there on the coverage.
Play action now. It's Fields. To the end zone, and this is going to be reeled in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And that adds yet another to their lead.
Set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away, and they take him down at the 30. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Rock looking to throw. Fits it through, but contact at the catch point forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just third down now.
Brings up third down and 15.
Lock. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. And that's going to bring this offense to a 4th and 23.
In punt formation.
So we've reached halftime, Brock, and with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. You're going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
2nd down throw for Fields. And it's off his hands and incomplete. So an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Fields to throw it. Defenders closing in, and they're going to get home here, and they drop him at the 40. That's Surtain doing what he does, making plays. And now it is 4th and 17.
It's 4th down.
And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. Now here comes the New York offense. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go.
Handoff now to the receiver. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Only with 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Fields to throw. And that one's going to be incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd and long for him here. Lays out left side and gets it.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that. Get another.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. It's Marks on the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, King, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On 2nd down, Marks. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, that's 16 yards on that play. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
First they go play fake. Now it's Klebnik. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a Minnesota touchdown.
Touchdown.
Much like they have throughout this entire game, Brock, the opportunities to score. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Marks headed right. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Right back to Marks it goes. Jukes away from 1. It's a big gain, 19 yards as they finally take him down. And that's going to give the Vikings a 1st down. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. You know,